Have you ever pondered on how King David praised God in the Psalms? It all starts with expressing genuine adoration for God's character and attributes. King David began his Psalms with heartfelt expressions of love and awe. True adoration sets the foundation for all the other steps of praise. Moving on to the second step, have you ever taken a moment to reflect on the mighty works of God? Just like King David, we must pause and marvel at the wonders of his creation, the miracles he performs, and his timely interventions in our lives. This act of reflection allows us to acknowledge God's supreme power and sovereignty. Through this, we see his hand in every aspect of our existence. Reflection on God's works deepens our understanding and appreciation of his greatness. Now let's delve into the third step, giving thanks for specific blessings. King David, in his wisdom, always acknowledged God's blessings in his life. He thanked God for his guidance, his protection, and his provision. He did not offer a blanket thank you, but was specific in his gratitude. In the same way, we should be detailed in our thanksgiving, not omitting the seemingly small blessings. Recognizing each blessing, big or small, helps us see God's personal care for us. Specific thanksgiving brings us closer to recognizing God's personal care for us. The fourth step involves humbling oneself. But how? Just like King David, we should recognize our need for God's guidance, strength, and forgiveness. We can't do it alone. We need him. Acknowledging our dependence on God helps us to remain humble and reliant on his divine support. Following that, the fifth step is confession and repentance. This is seen in David's Psalms, where he acknowledges his missteps and seeks God's mercy. This act is crucial as it purifies our hearts, maintaining our relationship with God. Confession and repentance keep our hearts pure and our relationship with God intact. Ever notice the poetic expressions in the Psalms? That brings us to the sixth step. King David was a master of using symbolic language and metaphors in his praise. This wasn't merely a stylistic choice, but rather a way to convey profound emotions and illustrate God's attributes. Think of a fortress, a shepherd, a rock. These aren't just words, but images that bring us closer to understanding the divine. Symbolic language and metaphors allow us to express our deepest emotions and understandings of God. Finally, the seventh step is about declaring God's eternal nature. Like King David, we emphasize God's unchanging character and everlasting love, acknowledging his reign over all time. Such declarations strengthen our faith. Declaring God's eternal nature reinforces our faith in his unchanging love and sovereignty.